a lot of people are focused on how, not who. And I believe it's Dan Sullivan, strategic coach, who really...
Ben Hardy.
Just a paradigm shift, a total 180 on it's who, not how. And that really got the attention of our managing partner and head of sales. And I'm so glad that he was willing, at his state of life, to change. Because what he did was a tremendous event for Cutlite.
All right, so we are talking about the importance of service. Let's just figure out, let's navigate where we want to go with that. I think we can talk a little bit about customer service, because that's obviously when you think of service, you think that sort of is what comes to mind first. So we can dip into that for a minute, but what I really want to highlight is just the importance of service, of the servicing the machines, and of why is all that stuff important to Cutlite and that sort of thing. So I don't know, what do you think?
Sounds good. I'll follow your lead.
Okay. So let's talk about that real quick. Today, obviously, what we're talking about is Cutlite's dedication to service, and really, why is that important? Why is that important to us? Why is that important to the industry? It's funny how that becomes a differentiator, right? But anyways, that's kind of what I'd like to explore.
Yeah, it's a very timely topic, Brandon. As you said, it's a differentiator. We didn't plan when we broke into the market to steal market share to think that service was going to be the low-hanging fruit for us, right? But truly, that was our path in to disrupt the market.
Yeah.
And it's just really neat. It's refreshing. And it's very genuine when we experience customers who are so aligned with where we're at with service. And it's much more than service, because service is everything. But they've been hungry and thirsting for something that we provide today.
That's interesting. Service is everything. Explain that. What do you mean?
Yeah, so service is everything from, when you're calling in, are we picking up the phone, or is it going to an automated teller, right? A machine. No, you get a human touch here at Cutlite. For the remote session, you have someone who's personable, who's casual, but an expert, and someone who's willing to admit, hey, I don't have the answer, but let me get the answer for you. I'll be right back. And our timely service. So when a customer has a machine problem or they're down, it requires a Cutlite technician to be on site. We guarantee 48 hours will be there on site. And that has brought a lot of peace of mind to our customers, which is obviously one of our core values we want to live out daily here at Cutlite. We're measured on that core value as well internally here. But being dependable and consistently reliable is something we strive for every day.
That's amazing. So I led you down a path of talking about Cutlite and about our dedication to service and everything. But let's remove Cutlite from the picture. Let's pretend it's not really pretend. We really are talking to the industry here, right? So let's talk to the industry and just try to if we could change one thing about service in the industry, what would that be, right? I mean, I think that you're kind of a champion for service, and it has a lot to do with Cutlite because that's become part of our DNA. But I know that you are very passionate about this, no matter what, right? So let's just talk a little bit about that. If you had a message for the industry, what would that be? What would you want to change?
That's a powerful question.
Yeah, it's a
right to the core.
Question.
Yes. Brandon, my previous two companies and then coming here, one message just rings true when you're serving a customer-centric approach. And that is, customers are looking for, whether it's our industry or another industry, it's this simple, is a genuine partnership. So many times, so many dealings and conversations, communications have a transactional atmosphere and experience attached to it. And they feel, to borrow just an overused term, another number, another data point. But really what industry leaders and what we're doing here to bring it back to Cutlite is, I believe we're starting a movement to get back to genuine, authentic partnerships with our customers.
I love that. Partnerships that people want to be a part of, right? So I feel like partnership is thrown out a lot, like it becomes a marketing slogan, right? But to actually live it out, and the way that you live it out is through that experience, right? Is through the customer's experience with us and around what you and your team does within the service, right? I think that's when the rubber meets the road. That's when it becomes believable, right? Is when they actually get to experience that. And unfortunately, I don't know, would you say this? Would you say, I think we've mentioned it already earlier, but would you say that service somehow has become a differentiator?
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
You see it on LinkedIn. You hear it from our customers. One of our customers owns nearly 30 laser machines. Mm-hmm. And we're showing up within 2 days, and they've got a month to 2 month lead time before our competitor can get out there to service their machine, and they're not even helping them remotely. Mm-hmm. That's a differentiator right there we need to tap into.
It is.
Not just because we want to sell more machines. Mm-hmm. It's simply the right thing to do for the customer.
What's interesting is, we'll go to some of these trade shows, right? And, or you go to folks, our competitors' websites. Well, not even our competitors. We're not here to bash anybody. We're really not. What we want to do is we want to elevate the industry here, particularly around experience and service and really the way that the customer wants to be and deserves to be treated, particularly in this subject. So, however, what I've noticed is as you're going around the industry, what I notice is that everybody is talking about I call them techs and specs, right? They're talking about their what they are selling, what they do, and I find it interesting. Well, we at Cutlite, we're a new company in America, right? So we're a newer company, but we've got the backing of Italy, our manufacturer, that's been selling thousands of these lasers over a long period of time.
Of course.
And what we've been able to do with that is be able to take the best technology, and then we just sit in this market, the American market, and are able to say, where's the opportunity? Where are differentiators, right? Where do we need to sit? How do we need to serve our customers? And what we've heard loud and clear is they want to be served. They want service. Service is like number one. Number two is then, does the machine do the job, right?
That's right.
And so that to me is interesting. So that's the opportunity that we got to uniquely sit in and create an opportunity, create our company in the American market. And so that's really the reason we were gifted into that differentiator. But as we're going around, let's say FabTech or some of these other trade shows, they talk about the what, we talk about the why. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes. So, gosh, we've been around now for 2 years, right? Started as a startup, 5 people in this building, and now it's transformed to 25 strong. Mm-hmm. 2 years in the making. We're officially scaling. That's something to be proud of, right?
It's amazing. It's amazing.
But yeah, so what sets us apart from the tech specs, the competition? One thing I've found through our dealer partners and just general conversations with our field service team is our competitors just provide a loaded presentation. They're not effective listeners. They're not going out with a discerning heart to discover what the actual needs are of their potential client or their existing customer. And that's one of our core values, right? To be a strategic guide, to take our clients where they want to go. Mm-hmm. But truly the deep definition of that is where they need to go, and we need to make sure our technology is aligned with that. And I heard a recent quote from one of the leaders in experience, Danny Meyer. I was sharing with one of our team members earlier today, and he said, he's got this cool analogy. You're playing football, right? You get to 100 yards from the kickoff when you catch it in your end zone to get a touchdown, right? Mm-hmm. 49 yards, so 49 points. That is what your technology does. That's what they expect you to deliver upon. Mm. But that balance, that 51%, is the experience. What are they feeling when you're selling, when you're supporting, when you're servicing the client and the machine?
Oh man, I love that.
That's rich. That's it right there.
Yeah, I love that. Often we say around here, well, in a very real way, we are We are a customer experience company that happens to sell lasers.
Yes, I recently said at the conference I was at, we're a customer experience company that happens to be masquerading around as a fiber laser company.
I love that. That's even better. That's even better. Oh, that's good. That's good. You mentioned something I find fascinating. I always love to think of our customers' expectations. Our customer expects a lot. They expect a lot out of the experience of doing business with us. They expect a lot out of our lasers, our technology. They expect a lot out of the service, right? So why don't you talk a little bit about what you've noticed that customers, prospects, what they really expect out of doing business, maybe with us, but I'm interested in what you're noticing on the front end as customers are coming in. What the industry has set their expectations at. You get where I'm going at?
It's a great question. So from an expectation standpoint, Brandon, I just think about the whole sales cycle, right? So they expect when they submit a request for quote that we are timely with that quote. It's exactly what they asked for. But also what our competitors have done is they're forcing them down a channel that this is the option you get. When they come with Cutlite, it's a customized experience. It's tailor-made. Just ask our Italian brothers over at the factory who are shaking their head, yes. It's the requests that come. We want to make sure. We want to make sure it's...
This is how we do
it. Keep it going. Keep it going. No, we love them very much, and they're a strong supplier and a strong partner of ours. So that's the proposal. And then from a production standpoint, a number of our competitors are also manufacturing their machines in Europe or elsewhere. Some have some stateside, U.S. side manufacturing, but they go dark. There's no communication, no notification. It's on the way. That's the message. You signed your agreement, you gave us your PO, we'll get to you when we get around installation, right?
Yeah.
Well, what's different here at Cutlite and where we've really elevated that pit into a peak is we've created what we call a PO to production customer roadmap. Starts with a launch meeting, gets everybody involved in the project, all aligned on the same page. And then we have our pre-installation on-site meetings. We have our PO to production communication plan that we rolled out, fourth quarter last year. And this year alone, all of our customers and the dealers are just singing its praises. We've never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
So easy.
Imagine communicating with your customers.
Language is powerful.
Yeah, right. It's take that one. I want you to keep going with differentiators, but communication, right? And so, sort of where I'm contrasting, what you're contrasting for us is the expectation of the customer is that this is going to go into a black hole, right? Is that I'm going to order a machine of $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, and I'm not going to hear about it. It's probably going to be late. And I say thank you for it, right? And then we then take that, what you called a valley or a pit, and are able to turn that into a peak moment of just communicating. Again, we all love to be communicated to, don't we? So it's just funny. That's exactly where I wanted to go, is contrasting their low expectations and then contrasting those with our high expectations that we're setting a new bar for. So it's a great example. Right. Yeah. Great example. What else? Any other expectations that they might have?
Yeah, they
So you kind of went through the PO, then the building process, and so then your team really picks up once that thing hits the water. And
this is our time to shine or fail, and so we choose to shine. And what we do is, at no cost to our customers, we invite them into this wonderful customer experience and training center.
That's right.
So we've converted that event space not only into just entertaining customers and dealers in a classroom environment. We've got a full showroom of machines out back. You get hands-on training well in advance of your machine delivery. But the training doesn't stop there. No. We elevate it once the machine is installed. We go through a week to 3 weeks of training depending on the size of the machine, the complexity of the machine. And then after that, we schedule a 30-day follow-up to make sure they're well cared for, they're running production as their expectations were, right? And if additional training is provided, we provide at no cost remote support. A number of our customers are charging for that these days. So we just feel that you're making a big investment in us. We want you to know that this is a partnership, and we have to bring something to the table as well.
Beautiful.
Which is service.
Beautiful. So the machine hits their dock and is ready to be installed. You already talked about the training side of things. These are machines, right? And humans are running these machines, and
Very much
stuff
so.
happens. We've seen lots of stuff happen, right? Crashing of heads, and just different things like that. So what's what I feel like, particularly when it's user error. What I have noticed in the industry is a lot of vendors are just saying, that's your problem.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Your machine, your problem. You signed off for it, right?
That's right. That's right.
What's neat here at Cutlite is, Brandon, customers who have had our machine for a while, or it's clearly, the head just slammed right into the material in the bed. It's our fault, right? They own up to it.
Yeah.
But that's, I don't know, I'm going to throw a statistic out there. That's 30%.
Mm.
The 70%, regardless, the majority of our experiences is not a pointing finger exercise. It's really a discovery to get to the facts and the truth, and not to say you're wrong or we're wrong, or as we're sitting in this conversation across from each other, we're actually finding ourselves on the same side of the table, tackling the same problem. Because what's important to them is to get back into production, because they're losing money. We need to get them back up and running. And so just one common experience that our customers will have, call it a selling point if you will, but we don't charge for a head, we don't charge for a part, because there is an on-site discovery objective that needs to take place with our team. And so out of a measure of good faith, we send out the parts needed, we dispatch the technician, and we get them up and running. Then we evaluate, is this a warranty, non-warranty claim? But it's a very gentle, it's a very caring process, and our customers, I will tell you, Brandon, they are happy to pay at the end of the day if they find out that it's non-warranty, because we did our due diligence and it's right.
It's beautiful. Brian, it's obvious. I mean, I've gotten to work with you for a while now, and but what's obvious, even in the way that you just described that, you're a master communicator. You're a master communicator, and to have a master communicator lead the team of techs of our service department is a real gift. It's a gift to Cutlite. It's a gift to our customers and our dealers. And so, what I love, and what I was so excited to have you on the show for was just so that you can take some of that, give us a master class of the way that the industry should be treating our customers, right? Especially around communication. I parked on communication for just a second, and that's just while it was being produced. But then the way that we serve our customers under your team, serves our customers under your leadership is remarkable. It's remarkable because of that simple little thing of communication. Now you guys do all kinds of other things, and we elevate the experience in a lot of fun ways. But just that communication piece goes a long way. I've heard it said. Now I'm going to mess up the quote. But what's the one? You help me. It's the one where it's like communication covers a multitude of mistakes. Is that the one?
Yes.
You know that
very
one?
close. I don't remember it offhand either.
Okay.
Can you fact check us, please?
But right, I mean, so do you have any experiences like that where we've come in, we've communicated a lot, but there's mistakes, there's things happen like that. You have any stories like that?
Yeah, what's neat? Well, first of all, thank you.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that. But Brandon, when you got a president of a company who's looking to make multi-machine purchases, but more so the bigger leap of a brand change, Cutlite.
Yeah,
There's a lot of weight on that one.
Yeah.
We have numerous examples, but I can think of a customer of ours who bought 3 machines, third quarter, fourth quarter, and first quarter this year, and just how the de-escalation process and how critical and crucial communication was in that. The CEO called our managing partner, our head of sales, and our head of sales, I'm his who, right? He's not going to figure out how to do it. Delegated to me. And through multiple means of communication, first it's the phone call. Don't hide behind the email. Don't hide behind the text or the chat. Go face to face if you can. And in our day and age, we're all we're all over the board, right? In the U.S., Canada, and sometimes Mexico's our market. We can't be face-to-face, so a phone call is sufficient, or a virtual call through Teams, right? So that was my first step. And in doing so, I disarmed the CEO. He had never experienced someone who had courage to own up to a mistake that we made. We overpromised and underdelivered. But what he loved was I went in with courage, I owned it, and then I had a plan that I followed through on. And he loved us after that experience. But what that does is that becomes a teachable moment. It wasn't just for Brian Beckham. I brought in service team members to experience that type of ownership at a very high level of a CEO who made a decision and signed a multi-million-dollar contract with us, right? Yeah. Because it can't stop with me. It has to cascade through the organization.
Awesome. So I'm gonna rabbit trail just for a minute. You said
trail away.
You said I'm Mark's who, right? You said I'm his who. Explain to us what you mean by that. Your who's, because you just talked also that you're somebody's who, but then you have who's, right? That you're trying to bring along. So I think we've used people talk about their what, but we need to be talking about their why, and they need to have some who's. So where, Yes. Talk a little bit about what you mean by who.
Yeah. Sure.
Actually, before you do, did you find the quote?
No. Not based on what I was getting.
Okay.
We're still working.
Well, then it's right. We're gonna say.
But back to your question.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are focused on how, not who. And I believe it's Dan Sullivan, strategic coach, who really
Ben Hardy.
Just a paradigm shift, a total 180 on it's who, not how. And that really got the attention of our managing partner and head of sales. And I'm so glad that he was willing, at his state of life, to change. Because what he did was a tremendous event for Cutlite. It allowed for him to focus on his unique abilities, and that's still a path he's on to get to that ultimate freedom where he's working on the only things he can do today, right? And he surrounded ourselves with who's. I'm one of his who, you're one of his who. We have a number of who's in this building, right? Oh, man. But what's great is it builds trust. And he has so much trust for us, right? To handle things. And he'll ask for us to notify him and follow him up, right? Because his name was on the line, his neck was on the line at some point. But what's great is we've now been doing this for months, and he doesn't ask. He forgot about it.
Good.
That's yesterday's news.
This is working.
He's working on
Yeah.
the only things he can do. And what's great is I'm now able to utilize that who, not how principle with my team. I've got 15 direct reports right now. I can't do everything for everybody.
No.
So I need to partner with a few who's, right? 3 strong who's, and then 2 disintegrate.
Who?
Yeah, bye who.
We don't disintegrate anyone around here. Our lasers are strong, but not that strong. Yeah.
We're in a cabin, we promise. It's all good. We got graphite panels. Oh, man. What I meant is to just cascade it and spread it to the team.
Disseminate.
That's the word. Thank you. I couldn't get around to that one.
Disintegrate. It works.
Too much time around the lasers over here.
Exactly. Oh, man, that's good. Did you find the quote?
I keep looking. I found a lot of great quotes.
Well, give us one. Give us a great quote around service.
Around service or communication?
Communication.
Let's see. Communication works for those who work at it.
Oh, communication works for those who work at it. What I was actually going to say, and I feel like this is good one. That was awesome. Probably is exactly where I wanted to go. I think you've obviously been working on like I said, you're a master at communication, and you've been working on that a long time, right? And so in the vein of who, there's a lot of people that might be looking at their company. They might be, listening to this podcast. I mean, tons of people. They're going to be listening to this. Millions of people are going to be listening to this podcast. Right? Yeah. And thinking to themselves, man, I wish I had Brian. I wish I had somebody like that to run my service department, or, to be my operations guy, so that we had communication like that, things like that. One point that I wanted to make is the obvious candidate for somebody in your role would be somebody who is first completely proficient in the technology. Completely proficient in technology, is a service master first from the standpoint of the technology service, right? That then maybe we can teach them how to do to have some communication skills, right?
Right.
And I think what we've learned, what you've taught us, is that's not true. That's not necessarily true. So talk a little bit about. I'm pressing in something here. Talk a little bit about that, and I know you're not ashamed to say that you're not totally proficient in the technology, but I would say you don't have to be.
That's right.
Right? Talk a little bit about that.
That's right. I'm going to change my posture. I get excited about this topic. No, Brandon, great question. So what I have found in my former days of recruiting and what most companies do today is find the skill set fit. Avoid the culture fit. Avoid the team fit. Right? Mm-hmm. Straight to the skill set, to the technical ability. When I walked in on January 2nd, 2024, that's how we were hiring. And that's what we did for a portion of the first quarter. And then we had this change.
Which would have made us, or does make us, like everybody else.
Oh, yeah.
Because of everybody else.
We were on the treadmill like everybody else, right? We got off the treadmill. And what we found was, if you can focus on a few traits that are present in people that you really can't teach, they're born with it or they learn it through their childhood and their young adult experiences, then you can train them on the technical skills. And I'm an example of that today. We have most of the team members, if not 100% of the team members, are that same story, that same person, right? And I said this in our recent leadership offsite, for the first time since we've been running this business, and it literally just came upon our 2-year anniversary. We have the right people in the right seats at 100%. That's not gonna last long. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. But it's kind of cool to let that just kind of simmer for a moment. Enjoy. It's a proud moment for us. But who we focus on the selection process, we look for 3 traits because, again, we can teach the technical, we can teach the machinery, we can teach the technology. Italy's opened their doors to us. We open the doors to our team members. We also open the doors to our customers to go to Italy or here in Alpharetta, right? You can teach that. But what you can't teach is someone who's humble, someone who's hungry, and someone who's smart. And a 4th trait I found, and maybe you can say this is under the hunger trait, is someone who's adaptable. Because we're scaling. And you can't have someone who is used to, I've been in business, this business has been around for 40 years, we have processes, we have playbooks, everything is done this way, rinse and repeat, right? Assembly line, right? Things change here. I have an ideal day, and most of my days aren't ideal. Because we're growing. And so we need team members who are adaptable. But I'll leave it at that. Let me know if you have a question, but that's who we're targeting, is hungry, humble, and smart individuals to join our team.
With some figure it outness.
Yes.
People who can adapt and figure it out.
A lot of it. But you know what they're really hungry for? And I think that's what we're finding is not just our core values, but they're looking for purpose and meaning. And that's what we're providing here. And you ask any of our team members, we can pull one into this podcast room, right? They love working here. I heard someone recently say to me, I looked forward to waking up on Monday to come to work.
Whoa.
Most people look forward to getting off Friday to the weekend. I look forward to coming to work on Monday. That's amazing. We're doing something special here.
Doing something, or they're just crazy.
Oh, they're crazy. Yeah. We might be paying them.
Oh man, that's amazing. That's so good. Good. Well, I think we can wrap this up. So what we've been talking about around service level. We've talked about, what the customer expects around that, the kinds of people that we call who's within there. Actually, just to wrap that part of the subject up one more time, there might be somebody be like, okay, great, you got people that communicate, you got eager beavers, right? You've got hungry, smart, and
humble.
Humble, thank you. I always miss that one. Why?
Private people miss it.
Yeah. I teed you up for that. So great, you got those guys, but at the end of the day, my machine has to be fixed.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
So you did talk a little bit about training. I want to assure everyone that we're not hiring people who don't have experience, right? That's not the message here.
No.
But that the criteria, we're looking for good experienced folks, but there's something above that. There's something more important to that.
That's right.
Yeah.
So people walk in, their first interview with me or someone on the team, it's always a cultural assessment after they go through a job assessment to make sure they're a good fit. And we're not just looking, yes, our focus is the heart level. That's the end game, right? Because we make sure they fit our culture and they're aligned with us. But most importantly, too, we cannot discount or neglect the mind, the intellect, or the briefcase, the skill set, the resume they bring into the room. So yeah, we're going to most likely, if we find someone who is aligned with us, we've got 2 candidates with 1 seat on the bus, right? Or the rocket ship as we call it here. And they both line up from a heart and a culture fit. Hiring managers love them both. The team loves them. The owners have signed off on them, right? If someone has that fiber technology, we're going that route over someone who's been a mechanic or an electrician for some other trade or industry.
Right.
So we are focused on making sure we bring the right people in who have the heart, but also who do have the skill set.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Build upon that.
Are you on vacation next week?
Totally.
You are?
Oh yeah.
Where are you going?
We're going to go see the biggest boat on land.
Ah!
The Ark Encounter in northern Kentucky.
Nice.
Yes, the kids are excited. They got an exotic petting zoo you can pet and walk with. Believe this? Kangaroos that don't kick you.
What? They're not real.
Real. I'll take a picture. I'll take a selfie with a kangaroo buddy.
Have you been there?
Once before.
Okay.
2 years ago. You'll appreciate this with a big family. Kids
Yeah.
under 10 or 10 and under get it free.
Oh.
So it beats the prices of
There has to be
Disney's
some
Hollywood.
limit. There has to be some limit. We would totally take advantage of that.
And it's out of racing season. We're staying in Lexington. I know you were in Louisville recently.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a fun city, fun state, beautiful bluegrass state. Anyways, we're going to the Kentucky Horse Park,
Nice.
and the kids get to pet
Oh, I drove by
horses.
that.
Oh yeah, can't
Last
miss
night.
it. Can't miss it. Oh
Nice.
yeah, it's a landmark there.
Man, that's awesome.
And then you've taught me, and your team has taught me about peak end moments. And so our kids towards the end, it's the 7-hour drive.
Yeah.
We have 4 kids under 10.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yes. I know.
So we're stopping at an Amish market, and then we're stopping at Buc-ee's.
There
So
you go.
The end
It's
will be
funny
very
how-
memorable for the kiddos.
That's amazing. Talk about a service company,
Yes.
right? They built an experience at a friggin' gas station.
Oh yes.
And we all go and buy their stupid t-shirts.
And if you haven't been, go.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna go for sure. Oh man, Brian, thanks for being on the show.
That was an
Appreciate
honor.
you.
Thank you for the invitation.
Yeah,
Happy to do it.
Yeah. Thanks for being the guinea pig, being on here in one of the early episodes. We'll get you back when we are a little better at this.
More professional.
And exactly. This is pretty good though. You look good.
Thank you. You look
good.
better.
Oh no, Tina looks better.
I didn't get the memo to wear my Metal is Life shirt.
Well, metal is life. Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
That's right.